Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms. Last time around we marched our way over to take this farmland, and in so doing we would complete this commander... I always say that wrong, don't I? Commandery. Yeah, commandery. The province, basically. But as I march forward, it seems that someone has a similar plan to take this region, and it's one of the Yellow Turban warriors. I believe there's 3 of them. I actually just signed peace with one of them before in this turn. We signed peace with these guys, which we actually were enemies with, but now we're friends. And yeah, as you can see, plus 20 signed peace with us, and they don't actually have a minus for we having been at war with them, which I think is interesting, because normally that is what happens in, or the ones I play mostly, Napoleon and Empire. You always get a very negative bonus for, or negative points for having been at war with someone, so it's very unlikely that you will switch around. And here it seems that, I mean, we didn't do anything in the war, we didn't fight each other back and forth, so maybe that's, you know, continuing a conflict, maybe different parts of conflicts, armies fighting, towns being taken and stuff like that. That is what's gonna go ahead and actually refer negative points. Anyways, it seems that there's a bit of a contest to take this farmland. However, I am here first, and given that an enemy army is that close, I've been already speaking quite a bit about, you know, the replenishment rate and the fact that we need to keep an eye on this. So not that the enemy army is much bigger than mine, but still, so we'll keep that in mind as we go into this battle to make sure that we have as few casualties as possible. 2 barricades apparently. I don't know where they put those though. I've never seen. Oh, interesting. Hopefully I get to defend a town like a smaller town like this, and I get to set up barricades, because I haven't seen them put them up. They probably would be quite useful, since I have more troops and would be surrounding them, and they could fend off certain areas with barricades. Anyways, enough talking. Cao Cao demands victory, so let's go forth and slay our enemies. The key feature on this map, as we can see, is this hill right in the middle of it, starting in between our 2 deployment zones. There's also a small, I was about to say, well, I guess it's a small lake, or what, puddle, whatever. And then we have a lot of farms and stuff, which could hinder movements as we move forwards. My plan is, since I have superior numbers, that we will take the foot infantry, move them onto the hill to start off with. We need to gain the high ground, we know how important that is. And then the cavalry to swing around this side to come around the enemy. Going on this side does not seem like an option, partly because we would be hemmed in either here and then probably move straight into the enemy with the cavalry rather than coming around, and coming through the farmland here would probably hinder movements, and it will split up the force and so forth, make it hard for us to get around. So I think this seems like a viable strategy. And with that, the only thing I now kind of realize I'm missing is, where is my main... Where do I put my main general? Oh, I put him over here. You're not supposed to be there, you're supposed to be here. Right, and there we go. So let's quickly move and take the hill, and then have the cavalry move around. Okay, so the enemy is not moving to claim the hill. They're gonna hold their position down here. Now, they did have 2 barricades they could deploy, but I don't see that they've deployed them anywhere. So I'm a little bit unsure of what those actually are. I guess we won't know until we actually play a defensive battle. So moving the cavalry around. Looks like we have to move quite far, since the best attack route would be through here. Possibly we can have one unit go here. So they're redeploying their army. Kind of spreading it out in the face of our army. It's a bit interesting that we're both wearing red, or I'm burgundy and they're blood red. Or crimson. I think I would probably prefer the crimson color, at least on the soldiers. I don't particularly like these banners. Then I think mine look a lot better. But I wouldn't mind having a bit more spicy color on my army. Let's go ahead and speed this up. We can't wait here forever. So let's see. It's only swordmen, which actually is going to help me quite a lot. Because what happened in the last video or last battle was that I charged in the heavy tiger and leopard cavalry into a spear unit, and they were already engaged in the front, so I thought that was going to go pretty well, but they actually lost quite a bit of troops. And I looked later on in the replay, doing sort of the outro of the video. I actually, and you can see it in the video as well, that there's a few horsemen that ride straight into the enemy and die directly as they contact the enemy. So that was something to think about, to maybe not do that in the future. So I was thinking maybe I could have one go through here, but it looks like I'll probably be able to access, as it were, the soft underbelly of the enemy. Also, it's clear that the hill is not going to be that important. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to move all the infantry. We're going to get so they're the exact opposite of the cavalry. I doubt the enemy will try to move aggressively against us, so I can leave the archers without cover, or if need be I can have cavalry quickly move over there. I thought maybe we had like these, what's it called? Not the square, the like triangle formation. It says move quickly into position. Now I'm taking a lot of time to set this up, but I really want to minimize my losses as much as possible to keep the advance going, since the replenishment rate is so low in the beginning. And the enemy leaves a lot of units here in the back unguarded. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll have the archers actually advance first. Advance into range. And then at the same time as they kind of start, we'll have these guys now advance at full speed. One thing that I really like is that the fact that the unit doesn't move as one. It's not like as soon as you click everyone moves, but you can kind of see how the front units move before the units in the back. So you get this kind of how they stream forwards. These guys are a lot quicker than the rest of the army for some reason, which I'm not entirely sure why that is. Taking quite a bit of fire from the enemy. And the enemy is actually reorganizing just as before we reach them. Let's go for the archers and not engage infantry in a one-on-one situation. Go after the archers. You know what, General? Continue to chase these guys down. General over here. You guys will come around. Archers are dealing with these guys. And looks to be going pretty well.
Swords at the ready! Run! Run!
Oh, we're kind of overrunning everything at this point. Only one unit remains standing. And it kind of breaks just because we just push through everything. 35.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
One thing that I've sort of seen is how hard it seems to be for the infantry to actually chase down and kill retreating troops, while it's much easier for the cavalry to do it, which I guess is a feature that is specifically done like that. Because cavalry can quickly just ride up to them and just ride past them, while infantry, they sort of more just bunch up together. There we have it.
My tactics
Victory.
were unmatched.
And I only managed to have 129 casualties, while the enemy lost, of course, everything. So that's pretty darn good. Only 129. You don't... Where do you see... Can't you see, like, the actual breakdown and who killed what? I don't know if you... I guess you can't. Which I guess is a little bit disappointing. But normally I'll take a look at that and sort of analyze kind of the outcome of the battle a bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and occupy. And that means that we took the entire commandatry. And I was about to say Cao Cao, or Cao Cao, Cao Cao. You know, it's so easy to just say that, Cao Cao. Oh, look at that. Both of my characters don't like the Hiji guy that is right down here. Guerrilla deployment's really good, so I'm gonna take that. Did we get any new stuff? We have, yeah, we already have fishes and whatnot. Giving out clay objects. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. We've built, we have done diddly do, and yeah. What's this? Imperials. Oh, I thought it was something like so far you have burned 0 cities, but it's the Imperial city. Right, let's go ahead and turn and see what the yellow turbans come up with. It turns out that my character certainly doesn't like that guy. So I imagine the feelings are mutual. Could be that they declare war as they've marched down into territory which now is claimed by me. Right, what is this? Juanshu negotiates with me, and he wants me to acknowledge his legitimacy to emperorship, and in return he will pay me 953, which, no thank you, I will not. Arrogant opportunists. Attitude is neutral. Arrogant. Yeah, he certainly is arrogant, thinking that I will support his claim this early, with him probably not controlling that much more territory than me, and only for 1,000 gold roughly. No, we're gonna go ahead and reject that.
Your choice.
It certainly is. Right, so we're back of the end turn, and as you could see a little bit there, the yellow turban guy went to the north, and the Han army that was stationed here is actually leaving the province, so they're not going to even try to fight us. Death of Cao Cao. Word has reached you that your beloved father, Cao Cao, has been ambushed and murdered by the Weil Tao Xian. There will be time for grieving later, but for now your advisors are calling you to act. So my father, right, that's not good. And who are these guys? So it's this faction. Well, you know what? We'll follow the story. Plus, they bloody well murdered my father, so we will crush them at some point. Seeing it, however, as though they're kind of, we don't have a border with them, I guess we can just keep in perpetual war until we actually decides to deal with them. I don't think they're gonna come towards us anytime soon. A great loss. This death is disappointment. They were strong, talented, and dependable in their death. We have lost a valuable pawn. He calls his father a valuable pawn. We got a bonus experience though, for some reason, for his father dying. But I guess it's him taking more of a role in the in the faction. Since his father died, now he is like there's no one more than him. So I guess that kind of explains why he got some extra points. And Lady Bian, which I think is his wife. 33, she's only got 33. I thought she would have higher. I gave her a bloody clay axe. What woman would not be satisfied by a clay axe? She has no points whatsoever to start off with. Since she is a clerk, what would be best for a clerk? Population growth, military supplies, ammunition, melee, recruitment cost, satisfaction, and unit morale. I'm thinking construction cost is probably quite well, because you administrate this commandery. Commandery. So anything that gives her expertise would be good. Which I don't have. I have 2 authority and 1 instinct. Is there any one of these that leads to expertise? Comes some expertise down the line here. Right. Faction support would be good. Only if the character is Prime Minister. Okay, so that's not enable discipline. Maybe not that one then. Building upkeep. Line of sight. And I guess this one is pretty good then. Building upkeep. Although I don't think... Oh, okay. So I already had that one. I have to choose between this one and that one. Then clearly this one, I guess. Right.
Let us draw up.
I think we're gonna need some more troops because my plan is to go against this city. We'll keep here though to see where this Han army is on its way. So I guess we'll recruit some to this guy's retinue. No archers, but I think we might need. Let's just pick quite balanced. So we'll have another spear and another saber to recruit for that. And then I do believe we have an assignment since... Oh no, I didn't. I thought I'd put my father as one of those guys. But no, I hadn't. We need to figure out something to do with this guy. Put him as an army somewhere. Because right now he's underappreciated. He's pretty happy though, but he lacks purpose. Which gives him 12 minus. Right. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn, build up the army a little bit. Maybe we'll add him to the army, given the upkeep. And then we can march on this small city up here. You know what? It's better to do that now, since it takes some time to get everything in order, or get everyone set up. So we'll recruit this, and I guess we'll add some saber infantry as well. So we're gonna have a rather large army, and that would be enough, I think, to take the small city. And with that, let's go ahead and end turn. Mission success! An army is called, and Cao Cao looks to lead. Yes, I completely forgot about this mission. You were supposed to have recruit and maintain a total of 14 units at the start of a new turn. And currently I have 19. So we have a lot more than what was necessary. Opportunity glimmers and Cao Cao sends power. Your initial advance were promising, my lord, but bolder steps are required. You must take control of the entire commandery. Why do I say commandery? Commandery. I have such a problem saying this for some reason. By doing so, you will solidify your central position and allow you to administrate and strategize more effectively. From such a position, you can more easily expand your influence and fight other warlords in your way. And, well, we have already accomplished this. So, I guess we just take that. Let's see.
Time to consider if
We've got really good replenishment right now. 22% current, 2 until this is ready, and 2 until this. So 2 until we're fully ready there. So that's rather nice. We've got some good stuff. One thing that isn't so good though is that these
Not possible.
idiots actually set up a camp still within my territory, and I really don't want to march down there and deal with them. I rather go towards the city. Wooden ox. That, I think that gave less than the clay. I'd probably rather have a wooden than a clay ox. And we completed a construction, which means that I can build something new. So we built up the town, which opened up this slot. I'm not entirely sure what to build there, but we do have this one, which is specific for Cao Cao, which is the conscription office, which improves recruitments and food production, but reduces population growth. Right now, population growth is due to reforms 9,000 and then 6,000 from infrastructure. And then there's a decline because hostile forces within our lands. So we get 11k per turn. So building this -4, I mean, we still have 11, so that's pretty good. Starting recruits rank +2, that's great. Governing buildings construction cost reduce -10, so that's good. But I'm wondering if I should look to gain more cash instead. I mean, I have enough food, so there's no point in building. You know what? We will build this. Thing is, I've already recruited all my troops, so it's kind of pointless at this point. But it will make this province a strong point for me to recruit more soldiers. But then again, I kind of have recruited everyone already. So I'm wondering if I should go for another building like this office instead, which increase income from all sources and gives prestige. And it will cost a bit of upkeep, but not that much, so it's not that bad. But there's so many buildings you can go for. State workshops, government support, food production, income from peasantry. And that leads to... I can't remember what my... I had another specific building, I believe. But I guess that might not be unlocked yet. Might be one of the others. Tax collector. You know what, since this is specific for me, let's go ahead and build that one, just cause. The army,
draw up plans.
2 turns away, let's go ahead and end turn. And by that complete that mission. And then we can, I think, start to march. Or does that affect... We can already march quite a bit. That will affect the replenishment. So 2 turns. 2 turns still though. So it's not that bad. And we will be 1 turn away from attacking this city. So that means that we will have 2 cities. It's a grand empire in the making. Juancho, which is a yellow turban that lives to the north, I believe, somewhere up beyond this guy, I think. And what does he want? He wants to trade... He wants my wooden ox and he's willing to pay 362 gold for it. Sure, I have no reason to object to this. You can buy my wooden ox.
Your acceptance gives us joy.
Right, Zhuan Shu declares war on He Ji. Both of which are two characters we don't really like, so that doesn't really matter. He moved up here, so he's taken the lumber camp. My credibility increased because, well, I've got the entire province, so I hold 3 settlements. Next one, from each according to their own ability. My lord, generals under command are talented individuals, blah blah blah. Send any character on an assignment, and I have already done that. So I should be getting that as well, because we have already sent people on assignments. A little bit worried about this guy, because he's still marching around here, and now, since it's winter, I can't actually march on the town, but what I can do is I can get closer, so maybe I can actually see what's going on here. So there's a...
I refuse.
There's a force inside, and then I imagine there's probably a garrison. I hope this town has a garrison. I wonder where you can see that. Faction support. Oh, so we built this city. We built the conscription office. I can upgrade that even more. But I think just because it reduces population growth, meaning public order is actually going down just because the hostile force is running about here. So we might have to turn down and deal with those. So 7k. So maybe not. It doesn't actually seem to 1+ seasonal retinue deployments. Starting rank for all recruits. So it doesn't do that much to increase that. So instead, because the money I have, we would go ahead and increase this livestock farm, which is also far from the enemy. Will increase a lot of good stuff. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and end turn, I believe. We've got the assignments and the buildings, diplomacy, yes. End turn. Liu Dai wants to arrange a marriage. Offers you a marriage. Our character will join their faction. And they offer me 1400. So I get to choose which character or what. But I don't see this as a good idea, since both of these are my family members. This is not a strong faction. They're actually inferior in us in strength. And Li Diao is this really small faction that lives beyond here. So I don't see that as an option, so we will go ahead and reject.
We withdraw it then.
Sang Yan declares war on the Yellow Turban Rebellion, and that one is the guy over here. Okay, so there's a few others that declare war on each other. Mission success. My credibility increases. Credibility is this faction's unique resource. Should probably read into that then. Mission issued. Cao Cao seeks to improve his standing. If you are able to face down... If we are to face down Dong Zhu and end the tyranny blighting China, then our prestige among other nobles must increase. Though your economic wisdom, gifted statescraft and strategy, you can and should make yourself known. So we need to increase to, I guess, 2nd rank. To progress through your ranks, you must gain prestige by growing your territory. To do so, construct buildings, enact reforms, and so forth. What is the actual mission, though? Oh, yeah, it's to reach the secondary brute of unmatched power. Dianwei, known as the bastion of strength and loyalty, is in. It is said that once a mighty banner was blowing over in the breeze, and 10 men could not hold it up. However, Dianvier used just one hand, held the banner upright, earning him great fame. Okay, so I guess he turns up in my recruitment pool. Enemy ambushed. Okay.
No.
Oh, they set up an ambush. Ambush discovered. I think just with the garrison here I should be able to defeat them. At least if I have as big of a garrison as the faction that held it before me had. What am I looking at? Yes, we've got Court Noble Dianve or Dianve, and he already gained a point. Income from peasantry, reinforcement range, guile enabled guerrilla deployment. That's pretty good, but I like this one. Trust, armor for spear infantry, income from peasantry. Oh, we have even more points. Reward. So unlock assignments. I guess that's also a thing. Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at that guy. Where is he there? He's a level 3. Probably need to put him into some kind of army or something. He is a what is he? It says court noble, but what type of character is he? Brute of unmatched power, legendary champion. So yeah, he should be like this guy. Should be in command of an army. And then we could do is we could split this army in two, and we can have this guy,
I answer your
which
request.
is what is he? He's red, which means he is a what? General? General, like well, they're all generals, but legendary vanguard, which I don't know entirely sure what that means. Excellent at breaking through enemy troops, however weaker against other general. Best grouped with shock cavalry and pole arm cavalry. Okay. So he's supposed to be like leading the cavalry charges to break through then. What is the thing about legendary champion? Well, that I think that says itself. He's best engaged against other general, however weaker against units. Best grouped with spear infantry and glaive infantry. Interesting then how I've put this guy to charge in all the time. Right, with the campaigning season in full swing, I think we'll start off by laying siege to this town. They have a lot of troops inside, so it was good that I went ahead and got as many troops as possible there. Construction capabilities 7. By tunneling beneath, we can craft and overcome any wall. Okay. That will take 2 turns though to dig that hole, while it will only take 1 turn to build the ram. So I guess we build the ram first and then we have the tunnels as second, because we need to of course
For order!
break this castle down before winter. And I also noticed that we now have another reform to enact.
I see China's future.
We can continue down this route and unlock a new unit and unlock what I believe might be specialty buildings, or maybe not. But I will be able to upgrade in the town then, but I'm thinking maybe we should go towards more military use. Construction cost military infrastructure, and then military supplies. That leads down to recruitment cost of melee units. Okay, so this down this one gives me different 2 new units, and eventually it gives me replenishment rate 10%, which is pretty darn good, I must say. So we'll go ahead and issue garrison conscription. But with that said, I think it's time to end this video right here. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and hopefully by next time should be able to invade a small city. Bye!